Hey guys, welcome back to Satoshis to Bitcoin. In this video today, I'll show you step by step how you can withdraw Bitcoin from NDAX to your own Bitcoin wallet and tell you 3 mistakes to avoid that can cost you money or even result in losing your Bitcoin. Since you're watching this video, I guess you're trying to do one of the following things. You're already holding Bitcoin on NDAX and want to move it off the exchange to your own non-custodial wallet, or you're considering to buy Bitcoin on NDAX because of its low fees, but you're worried about whether you can later on easily and cheaply withdraw it. Note guys, I'm not talking about selling your Bitcoin and withdrawing the money. That's a totally different thing, and ideally you do not want to sell your Bitcoin. What I will be showing you in this video is how you can withdraw Bitcoin from NDAX in 3 simple steps. Note that while NDAX is only available to Canadian residents, if you're elsewhere in the world or looking for how to get Bitcoin off any other exchanges, it will be slightly different, but the basic principles will be the same, so I guess this video will still be useful to you. Withdrawing Bitcoin from NDAX is cheap, easy, and fast, but I can't say that for all exchanges, as some charge as high as 75 Canadian dollars. NDAX makes it super cheap and even free to withdraw your Bitcoin, so I was quite amazed. That's also been the reason why I continue to buy Bitcoin on NDAX here and there. Because it's so cheap to buy, their trading fees are just 0.2%, the lowest in the market in Canada, and I can withdraw my Bitcoin anytime for free. Just in case you want to sign up for NDAX, you can even get a $10 bonus just by using my affiliate link in the descriptions down below. Instead of just running you through the steps, I'll also give you a bit more detail and context to make sure you do it right and avoid making mistakes. If you do it wrong, it can end up costing you more money or even result in losing your Bitcoin. So pay attention to how to do this right. Keep in mind this is financial entertainment and not financial advice, so always do your own research before transacting Bitcoin. Step 1 is to actually have a Bitcoin wallet, a non-custodial one to be precise. Non-custodial basically means that you control your own private keys and with that, control your Bitcoin. If you have a so-called wallet on an exchange, then it's custodial. In this video, we're talking about getting Bitcoin off the exchange into your own non-custodial wallet. This is also known as self-custody. Just in case this is new to you, you can join me in this video up here later to learn about the differences between the two. So in case you do not have a non-custodial Bitcoin wallet yet, you'll first need to create one. You have the option of using a hot wallet like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, or a cold wallet like Blockstream Jade or the Cold Card. I personally use cold wallets instead of hot wallets because they are more secure. My favorite one at the moment is the Blockstream Jade because of its top-notch security features. And just in case you're interested, there's also a link to that in the descriptions down below. Since I only use cold wallets, in this video I will explain to you the steps for withdrawing Bitcoin using the example of a cold wallet, specifically Blockstream Jade. But regardless of what kind of Bitcoin wallet you use, the process will be more or less the same. The next step is to get the address you want to send the Bitcoin to. Now, regardless of which brand of wallet you use, you will need to generate an address from your Bitcoin wallet. And here's what's important. It's highly recommended to generate a new address each time instead of using the same address forever. Don't make mistake number 1 of reusing the same address for all of your transactions. There are many reasons for this, but one of them is that reusing the same Bitcoin address too often may expose your entire transaction history, making it easy for anyone to trace your holdings. So if you don't want that, simply generate a new address each time or each couple of times. So let me show you how using Blockstream Jade as an example. So Blockstream Jade is a cold wallet and it has a companion app called the Blockstream app. If you're using a different brand of cold wallet, you could be using a Sparrow wallet or something else. Using Blockstream Jade as an example, go to the Blockstream app on your phone or desktop, click on the wallet you want to send your Bitcoin to. Yes, so we're starting from the place where we're sending Bitcoin to because we need the destination address. Log in to your wallet. Now see this button receive here? You'll find similar setup in most apps. So click on receive and you will get a QR code. Note guys, this here is not a real Bitcoin address, this is just a dummy QR. Pretending this address is real, we have the option to either use the QR code or to copy it by clicking here. Remember I mentioned to use a fresh address each time? Each time I hit receive, the app will generate a new address. Or I can also hit refresh here to get a new address. Personally, I don't like to use copy address. I prefer using the QR code because less could go wrong in my opinion. Great, the address is now prepared. And before I go on to the last step, let me know in the comments below. Have you ever withdrawn your Bitcoin from an exchange before and how was your experience? Moving on to the last step. We're now going to withdraw Bitcoin from NDAX. And once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do this in a few minutes. But if you're doing this for the first time, go slow and make sure you do each step correctly. Log into your NDAX app, then go to your Bitcoin holdings, BTC. Now, this is what often gets people confused and makes them think that they have to sell their Bitcoin first. If you click on this button in the middle here, what you'll get is the option to trade, so to buy or sell your Bitcoin, and that's not what we're doing here. Instead, you want to click on withdraw. What this will do is to move your Bitcoin off the NDAX exchange and to your destination wallet. So click on withdraw. Next, you're going to have to choose the network to use. Listen carefully, guys, this is extremely important because depending on which network you use, your precious Bitcoin will either safely arrive at the right destination in your Bitcoin wallet or it can be lost forever. See here it states, ensure the network you choose to deposit matches the withdrawal network or assets may be lost. So avoid mistake number 2, which is choosing the wrong network for transferring Bitcoin. Here, you always want to choose Bitcoin as the network when you're moving Bitcoin to a cold wallet. So click on Bitcoin. Next up here, input the amount of BTC you want to transfer. I know it may not be easy thinking in terms of Bitcoin because we're used to thinking in dollars. So just do a quick calculation. In this demo, I'm going to withdraw an equivalent of about $100 US. Bitcoin's price has been fluctuating a lot lately. Just for simplicity's sake, I'll use $100,000 per BTC as exchange rate. So that would be 0.001 BTC. Now, instead of inputting the amount, you can also use the percentages below here to choose the percentage of your entire Bitcoin holdings with NDAX that you want to withdraw. If you choose 100%, then it will withdraw all of your Bitcoin or Satoshis. But today, we're going to do 0.001 BTC. Next, now we need to input the destination BTC wallet address using one of following 2 ways. You can either paste your BTC wallet address by copying the address from the receiving wallet as I just showed you, or use the QR code. I prefer this. So let's use the QR code. Click on this QR code symbol here and then point it at the QR code of the wallet address. So in my case, that is the address shown in the Blockstream app. Again, if you're using a different type of hardware wallet, that could be another kind of app, but the principle is the same. The key, by the way, in this whole sending, withdrawing process, no matter what apps or wallets you use, is to get straight which is the sending and which is the receiving wallet. So the moment I point my camera launched through NDAX at the QR code in the Blockstream app, it immediately grabs the address, the receiving address. Great. Once it's done, the address, which is a long alphanumeric code, will appear right here where I blocked it out. So this is what I usually do, guys. People do it differently. In general, I always match the first digits and letters and the last of the address to make sure it's right. But if I withdraw a relatively large amount, let's say $500, $1,000, then I'll even check each digit and letter of the address. Some may say it's unnecessary, but that's just what I like to do for extra safety. But for smaller amounts like $100, $50, I just check the first 4 and the last 4 letters and numbers and just trust everything's okay and go ahead. But you do you. Here's a very important note, guys. If this is your first time doing this, I highly recommend testing the withdrawal with a small amount first. Let's say $5 or $10 before doing a second larger transfer. Next, let's look at the transfer fees. Here you have 3 options. Click on this tab here, and among others, you'll see the option Flex. This takes up to 12 hours and is free. Wow, right? Then there's a standard option, which is faster, 4 hours, but costs 0.00007 BTC, so very roughly $7 US or 10 Canadian dollars. Lastly, there's the express option, which is instant, but has a 0.00014 BTC fee, which is approximately $14 or almost $20 Canadian. Now, mistake number 3 to avoid is always using the most expensive option. Yes, I know sometimes we want our funds to move fast, but unless it's super urgent, I don't see why I need to pay 20 Canadian dollars or more to move a bit of Bitcoin. I see that it makes sense for, let's say, a $10,000 transaction because you want to see your money dropping into your wallet instantly. But for smaller amounts, just use the Flex option. It says up to 12 hours here, but so far when using this option, I received my Satoshis in about 9 to 10 hours. I withdraw in the afternoon and the next morning it's already there and it's totally free. In any case, it's good to have these 3 options. So here I'm just going to choose Flex and after that hit confirm. You'll get another chance to check your transaction to make sure everything is all right. So here I have 0.001 Bitcoin. Method Flex, time frame up to 12 hours, fee free. Okay, hit confirm. Next, you need to enter your 2FA verification code. In case you haven't set this up yet, I highly recommend it for additional security. So guys, there are multiple steps here, but I think that is good because it makes it difficult for anyone else to just go ahead and move your Bitcoin. After this, NDAX is going to send me an email, and the email arrives instantly, so no waiting. In that email, you'll be asked to confirm your transaction once more since it cannot be reversed. It's not like when you go to a bank and you made a mistake and then you can probably still ask them to cancel it if it's within a certain time frame. With Bitcoin, you just can't do it. So if everything looks all right, simply hit confirm withdrawal. Then just wait and be patient and your BTC will arrive very soon. Since I chose the flex option, nothing will show on my Blockstream app until the next hours. Then it will start showing the transaction coming in, starting with 1 out of 6 completion all the way until 6 out of 6. So there you go, withdrawing Bitcoin from NDAX to cold wallet is really easy, cheap, and fast. The explanation is long here because I went into so much detail, and your first time doing this will also likely take you longer, and that is good because you want to make sure that all the steps are correct. But after you've moved your Bitcoin several times, it will be super fast. It's crazy to think, guys, that there are other platforms out there that charge a minimum of equivalent $50 or 75 Canadian dollars for any amount of Bitcoin withdrawal. So when it comes to fees, NDAX deserves respect. Even the instant option is still quite affordable, and the flex option is even free. So again, guys, if you think that NDAX is right for you to buy Bitcoin on, since it's easy and free to move anyway, you can sign up and get that $10 bonus using my affiliate link below. But if you want to go next level, skip the whole hassle and buy BTC directly into your cold wallet, then consider using BEAVER Bitcoin. In Canada, you can use BEAVER Bitcoin by simply sending them an Interag e-transfer, and they will then send Bitcoin directly into your wallet without using any exchange. There's also a link in the descriptions below to BEAVER Bitcoin in case you're interested. And remember, buying 1 Bitcoin sounds big and crazy until you realize that it's just a stack of Satoshis. 1 Bitcoin equals 100 million Satoshis, and for the price of just 1 coffee, you can stack thousands of Satoshis a day until one day you own a whole coin.